say the Rasu to my the same bow. And you need that up and Yamayo. Yamai, the Rasu, Yamai, bow. And you need that up and Yamayo. Ila, ila, ila. And you need that up and Yamayo. Say the Rasu to my the same bow. And you need that up and Yamayo. Yamai, the Rasu, Yamai, bow. And you need that up and Yamayo. Ila, ila, ila. And you need that up and Yamayo. Yamai no so, Papa Yamai no say, Yamai no so, Onu Yamai no. Samara fetu, Papa Yamai no. Katika timaki Papa. Angiro kuri kakasali mono tafafafam. Akafaka kuro kopa tati liftane. Tati something. Tumaina side rasu, tumaina sembo. And you did not upon Yamayo. Yamai, the rasu, Yamai, bow. And you did not upon Yamayo. Ila, 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 la. And you did not upon Yamayo. Umbanabo, si. Nafula tobide, we did nafula tobide, si, nafula tobide, we did nafula tobide. Umbanabo si, nafula tobide, we did nafula tobide, si, nafula tobide, we did nafula tobide.
Hey, Fambulemuna, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. We don't come back today. Now we dey do 2 talk shows a week because we situation and we country don't dey intensify. So therefore intensify the efforts for we help for make things stabilize. This platform, as we dey try for make una understand, not a political platform. We no owe obligation to no political person or political party. We are here to discuss Sierra Leone. If we talk about politician, na connection with issue where they affect the country. And we not get no reverse. After us, we all get equal rights in Sierra Leone. I don't care whether you're head of state, belly of state, or foot of state. Me na the permanent foot of state. So I get rights like any other one. And I say it as it should be said. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But let not take too much time. Let allow me partner himself tell you I do.
Famulem in a cabo, plenty kushetena. Yet again, it's a Friday. We know, say the Muslim then go pray today, and by tomorrow, man go get some small gladdy, Uda go give body water, and some other people left when are the Christian and say go get themselves ready for go worship, do them praise and worship. So we tell God thank you that we are here again today for the same thing. For now we talk on issues that we pertain to Sierra Leone. The subject here is Sierra Leone and only Sierra Leone. That is our interest. My brother, my co-host, Bajalo, Kabo, Kushe. Today the topic where we get me fambulem, we want for talk about waiting and the call failed state. And if we talk
Always
about
the
failed
question if you say Boa Bishia. There is
boy
MPR
abishare,
second.
yabo this year, boy, awa.
If you say
Afuna mi nuse
MPR
ke
one
nungo, sikuli
second,
nuto,
Topedia.
astanto kuru. Well, we create fambulem unu kushe, plenty kabo.
Ekusha Ikabo.
Kabo.
Ufambule.
Well, my brother, until you then you drive in seat, you don't put your seat belt and you don't get all your safety devices.
Me plane will not use seat belt. We'll get airbag.
Well, here we go. The family today, waiting we get the kitty for una. Where we go bring to una. We want for let una all take part in this, not to win no more the do am. Today we want for talk about failed state. And how we want for do am for make una go get the maximum, the optimum, for get more out of it. I dey put me co-host na the chair and I go ask him some questions then based on waiting the subject matter is. And as we there, the very first question, any question where you deal with, you get for deal with the subject matter. So we talk about failed state, where the Americans they can call banana republic. Media brother, waiting you we for understand or know, but this thing called failed state. Waiting at a failed state. Do you tell me?
If I had to answer that question, if you Americans, they say banana republic.
Yes, sir.
One of the reasons you make we get failed state, we know they use culture. So me they say we get Tangier state. Kasada state.
I like that. Go over Joe. Be care.
A failed state, what I mean if we put it simply. Now a country where the central government not they work anymore. You will get government, but the government not get control. Instead of the government get control, now private groups now then get control.
Okay.
Would I get in cult? Would I get in cabal? Would I get in club? Would I get in political party? Then get more influence over how the country they run than the government. And when you say government, now begin get unclear. Government is not the political party in power. Political parties come and go. Government is a permanent institution. We always there. In Sierra Leone, we don't kill the government a long time ago. So now clubs and political parties they run the country. We
So
don't kill
I
it
hear
a
you
long
talk
time
about
ago.
some group of people them that then they run the thing. So are you telling us like it run like a mafia?
Every country, one factor will get for face.
Mm-hmm.
Every country on earth, they get interest groups them, where then they for seek and protect their interest. As a matter of fact, you get official interest groups where everybody know, like we say teachers union, you say Institute of Engineers, Institute of Pharmaceutical Experts, Institute of Chartered Accountants. These are interest groups. We say this na Mende, this na Timini, this na Limba, this na Loko. These are interest groups. And because the world where they live now a place of diversity where they try for put together, let we work together, every interest group, for as long as they work against the interest of the common good or the greater good, every interest group gets a right to exist. But when an interest group get more power and they dictate who that get right, who that not get right, then it's a failed state.
Where you get then group then you get their interest then how you go able forge equal opportunities?
Well, this is where the intellectual class come in. Watkins don't how they say the intellectuals of Sierra Leone, now they don't fail the country. They are idiots. People think I'm being rude. I'm not being rude. It's the hard truth that we have to say. It's the hard truth. And the other hard truth we'll get for say, the tertiary institutions of Sierra Leone, now they're responsible for the dysfunctional intellectual class we'll get. Because now when people then
we
go,
people them
now they're
way
universities and then colleges, now then they go take the habit of polarization. I belong to Cornell Union. I belong to Potloko Students Association. I belong to Pujan Students. You don't need that. You are in a university. The fact that when they get a union, then they contradict the meaning of university. University is a place where diversity meets. It's another word for diversity. University. Uni means diverse things coming together to unify. If you not go there, you not go divide, then you don't contradict the purpose. You don't contradict the ethical and moral foundation of the institutions. This is where the problem of Sierra Leone is. And these are the things we don't see. You know why? You know why? The Sierra Leonean are not care how educated it is. It doesn't see anything beyond the material self. We're only concerned about what is concrete, not what is abstract, because we're educational system, not a teach we for think non-linear. And that's linear thinking. Now I make get conservative attitudes, thinking we better pass other people. Nobody not better pass nobody.
You don't use two words them where I go one let you break down for we family and us because say we finger they're not equal. So man taller, so man shorter.
The finger they're equal.
You adikam.
The finger they're equal. That's part of the problem. For begin tell people and say we're not equal. We're all equal.
Well, understanding varies.
Yes.
So man not go understand the meaning of tertiary and linear. I want you break them down because
I don't talk about university.
Yeah.
The university, when they talk about educational levels, you get primary school, you get secondary school, then when you go university, now the tertiary school.
Okay.
The university is a school.
Okay.
But it's a more advanced school. I make them put up, they say tertiary.
Okay.
So now that's it mean.
Where the one way come after the
linear and non-linear thinking. First term where then be they teach general paper and then they will be get social studies. We curriculum not been tailored for make them teach we for look at something, say, okay, this thing appears like blue, but is it blue? Then secondly, we culture. They not they allow we for question. We religion them, not they allow we for question. When you question, then say you don't blaspheme, you don't go against God. But God wants let we question. I make it tell we on the religious books then say go in search of knowledge. You cannot get knowledge if you don't question. The very process for research something, the question you raise for answer. You see, the first thing where the Sierra Leonean get for do, I not care who that you be, I not care how much material things you don't accumulate. In my 69 years of existence, one thing I've come to understand is that the Sierra Leonean is still colonized here.
Yeah.
Sierra Leonean get for start for decolonize the mind.
Man.
That praise where you feel safe for praise England, look at yourself, begin praise yourself. Understand yourself first. That praise where you want for praise America, that praise where you want for praise China, look at yourself, ask yourself, what is the quality that I have, that I need to improve so that I would use my talent and be? Because we are told in religion and ethics that man exists. I make when I ask you, what is your name? You say, I am. You say, manifest say you exist. I am. Thy man not they say I am. You dey manifest. I am. I am boy. I am in Imran. Then when I dey talk about somebody else, I dey say you are. In as much as I dey try for tell you say you know to me, but I dey tell you say you exist. If you not get that consciousness about your existence, if you not get that integrity around you, if you dey go around with false beliefs and ego, then you dey be part of the problem will lead we to what you be so.
Mm. Mm.
Every Sierra Leonean responsible for what happened to we today.
Mm.
Every Sierra Leonean. This is the first thing we have to begin to accept.
Mm.
Every one of us, including me. But I thank God I have got the awareness. Now I come out to say we are all wrong. How and why we are wrong, now we examine today. And we will offer certain solutions.
I'm glad the way you talk about this involvement and the different ways that way we involve. Where you talk about this active involvement and passive involvement. We all get parts for play. If something they go wrong now with community, you see say it wrong, you set your mouth, you not do nothing. You as bad as the person when the party. So I stand with you clear. And how we go do? Because this we program, yeah, not a program where we just dey talk. We dey prescribe solutions. How we go do for identify them in there and how we go do for stop them? Because we can't go on like this. Not to be business, not to
The
be put on there.
identification of the problem, we don't do it already. Every Sierra Leonean know the problem we'll get. I will tell you this. Every Sierra Leonean. Go to social media, read what they write, listen to the audios. It's all about the problem that we have. But how many think of the solution? That's
That's
where
the thing.
linear and non-linear thinking come in. Okay. We
So
think, oh, I want bills, I want buy motor car, I want better myself. You cannot get those things if all the other things around you know they work. If you get yourself, you're not safe for use them. If you get her, you're not safe for use them. That's why with all the money people then get with them bills, then they spend more than half the cost of building the house for build fence, make gate, put metal here and there. Because they believe forget not linear thinking. We believe say there is one stupid man where they call God, where they make certain people criminal, the others honest. It does not work that way. When you create situation of imbalance, you dey create criminals in the society.
You're right. Because every society in the world,
So God responsible for the crime in our society. Now we, because of we linear thinking, chosen few, this kind of concepts, now they hold we back.
because it is proven, social scientists they don't prove am, say any society where they get joblessness, crime they go up, then get deprivation, social deprivations, crime they go up.
And they go up. Yeah.
If you get how you call it, broken families, it affects people and behavior. And if you don't get certain trauma, now the society, people get help for make them. Would you explain to we don't think they are? I know me now you don't know the chair. Explain
You
to me
know,
because we they see them they happen other
we
places.
dey see, we dey see, we understand the problem, but we're not able to find solutions because of certain reason. One, we create a false class system. How does that false class affect us? If me Sidom, the class Sidom so, everything they work for me. I may not be a rich man, but everything works for me. Okay? If things they go wrong, I say, not to me business, I not care they. Let them try it. That's a false class, number one. Secondly, the whole process of class formation, they come out from a situation where very wrong. One, during the colonial period, or even before the colonial period, the Europeans they will go to Africa, they're not been go there for go educate you. Don't face that fact. They're not been go there for go educate we, then go there for go dominate we. So what happened?
Fact.
The one that way go with the government machinery, say then they go colonize we. And especially in the British or the Anglophone part of Africa, they not been take part by education. They left them to the missionaries. The same thing happened with the Arabic education. Because Arabic education reached Africa long before European education
Way
reached it.
before. Way before.
Arabic education self not the same thing. Now the missionaries been they educate people. There was no central policy, no central coordination. So what has that done to us? The process of polarization. We don't go into we politics, so it starts with the education. Educational system make you get a belief say that go CKC is different from that go both school, from that go Kenema, or that go grammar school, or that go Prince of Wales. So we have been colonially polarized. So we need for decolonize reminds them from their crap. Then they say crap. Why is it a crap? Teachers that teach in those schools, they're all not the same institutions that train them. Maybe yes. Before 1980, we get plenty foreign teachers in Sierra Leone. Because at the time we get independence, now only 500 teachers will be on professionals. And from 1961 up to 1970, we been get this political instability. Now from 1970, now they begin improve on education. Before 1970, even up to 1980, now foreign teachers they can't teach me what they talk so. Foreign teachers then teach me in a grammar school. Indians, British, South African.
Ghanaians as well.
Ghanaians came, Nigerians came. Okay? So by 1970, a policy was put in place where they open plenty teacher training colleges and begin training teachers. By 1980, the population of teachers, professional teachers, rose. But before we get that population, a lot of damage has taken place.
Yeah.
Lots of people pass through untrained and unqualified teachers. They will not know the methods of teaching. People who are supposed to be scientists and engineers today got damaged because the person will teach not know how to deliver the material. Secondly, we still get a problem there with the language where they use, the medium of instruction, English, is not appropriate for our cultural situation for use them from kindergarten up to junior secondary school.
Not our first language.
As the language of instruction, not a first language. It can never be a first language in Sierra Leone left for full self. English is not a first language. The British always consider us as second speakers of the English language. These are some of the things we need to decolonize from.
What I mean by the first language is your mother tongue. What you taught when you were born.
Okay, your mother tongue. If that became born at Cambia, then they talk Sosode, Cambia district, then for you Soso at the primary school. Then teach English as a subject. Let the Pekin begin learn them and get acquainted with the language. So by the time they hit junior secondary, you don't get control of the language. You go senior secondary, you teacher now per English, you understand exactly what you mean. Especially in the area of science and technology. Your understanding of the language is primary and paramount to your understanding of the concept.
Exactly.
If you are going to explain to Pekin but water, H2O, if you go talk about English, the Pekin they look at like some foreign symbol. But if you use them in language, they understand. You see, the first damage we did to ourselves is this falsehood about English. Yeah, the man has to talk English. The man has to be like it's not his language.
A class thing.
Class formation is wrong.
Yeah.
And I they tell so our political condition. Falsehood of me superior against the next man, now we don't take into politics.
I enjoy how you don't string this thing along. Say we don't reach with education system from where people not take responsibilities. Everybody they blame each other. Everybody they talk for say na you, na me. Then in the process, nobody they do nothing because all man they wait say na you get for fix something, and you don't string them along from that quarters. Now you don't come to how we education system evolve from where we get independence. We just get 500 professional teachers. How we tete like how picking the land for waka. We reach now a point where we get professional institutions then for teach we teacher them. And you say by the time where we get more teachers
And
and everything.
And most of them don't disappear if you care to ask.
Oh. You say by the time when they enter with
I don't think McKinney Teachers College they exist. I don't think Mood Teachers College they exist. All of those institutions were built between 1970 and 75.
Because one BDBN primary school where they call CTC.
Local Teachers College, they exist anymore.
CTC, na BDBN with school. We done it from the late 60s to early 70s. If they be primary school, modern primary. Let me call it
Okay.
CTC. Yes. Because we school be
And
named
later
model.
then go build teacher training college na Towama.
Tawama, yes.
On that road for go to the airport, outside the airport.
They call them Bunubu Teachers College, and so they call them at that time.
No, na Bo. Bunubu
Okay.
dey inside Bunubu. That na
Yeah.
Bo.
Okay, yes.
Bo
Tawama.
teachers.
Tawama are the outcast of
Outside of Bo
Bo.
town for go towards Matru Road.
Yes.
For go through Victor Ford area, Jimmy Babo. I'm a geographer, I know Sierra Leone, my friend. Me not to
So
Sierra Leone and we no Salon. I know Salon, good one.
waiting you don't make now, you don't tell me for say before then they we reach at this point already teach them. But by that 10 day, a lot of damage will don't take place in the educational system. I'm glad the way you talk that. Like me when you talk, so I hate maths me kind of day. Because they beat what we see hot mental. You know,
Just wrong.
you know.
The method they've been very wrong for big
As you
picking
rightly
for
talk
math.
up, takes a day and you wonder. You put two numbers, you say simplify. What's that they simplify? This now, they might not laugh. This now letter them. You say simplify, you give me number, numerals. What's that the relationship? I never knew the
You know
meaning of
what
the
you
word.
know what you suffer from?
Uh-huh.
In education, and they call symbol shock. In educational psychology, it's called symbol shock. A professional teacher always aware not to create a trauma for the mind where it try for change. An unprofessional teacher, they go talk and talk. But go talk big English, show off. So in the process, it intimidates the picking them. Some will admire him, others will go to hate him. And those who hate him will never acquire their talents in life because every human being gets a talent. The talent starvation. With the starve with talents na Sierra Leone, na make a country not they go before.
One of the things then where you say at the beginning, where you talk say we get these passive and active contributors. All man is talking, not to mean at the other person, but you wait at
We're
the
all
other person. You be
responsible.
there when this person they do them. You keep quiet. You said you must. Me not a politician, but the politician.
Not to the politician, they're wrong.
And they can't be
We
brother.
always blame the politician because then get their own habits, then they thief.
Yes.
They're all
But
thieves.
let me mix.
We
Let me
can
mix. Now
blame
me they
them for
mix.
stealing.
Now me
And they
they mix
can't
the
say,
tea
"Lad,
for. Now
just
me
help
they mix
you.
the tea for you.
Lad, just help you."
Okay.
The politician, we get right for blame them because then they thief the money for use. But the people, especially so, the educated class, carry more of the blame. Me when they talk, so I they talk this because I don't realize, say, this is what is wrong. I'm saying it as it should be said because I don't want to carry that in my conscience.
But the thing is, the passive person when they talk say, me not
Mhm.
another politics. Me another politics. The water where they drink. Now politics they make it happen. The food where they eat. Now then they import and export them. If you go put people them, we're not able to manage properly. You go put people them, we don't know nothing about agriculture. The people them way that the politicians they're supposed to be one of the cleverest people in our community. When are them?
Now,
They
now
come.
that again is wrong.
Are they come. Where are done?
The politician does not have to be educated in anything. He has to be a leader.
That's what I'm saying. Leaders are clever, they are smart, they get foresight. Then they look 20, 30 years ahead because their own main value now for left footprints after when they die. Like for instance, the Singapore head of state will set up the country. They don't forget them. because he left that fingerprint. So what I'm saying here is, Muna said the people them, this person where they before. Now he only I will just spoon. If you don't say person not sabi cook, he all I will just spoon. You go say, this man, he not sabi cook, uno pull his spoon in hand. But I left this spoon in hand. For me, when I can begin complain, say, salt pass max today. And one thing me believe, when salt pass max pass soup, not for the soup the talk and I jabon the suffer. So what
Well,
I'm saying here is,
solution
I want
the
to
way
pull.
salt pass mark. What's in the solution? He sabi.
I they come, me brother. I they build certain thing I left you for let you scatter them. I want to give me people a one story. This is a story where I want Yusef and the audience listen. Bra Arata, be then at the chief host. Barata just they eat the rest. They eat the rest. Then the chief, he will go tell and say, Pa, they Arata, they don't the rest too. Then they jam the rest, bad one. Then they pass away to go deal with that. One even say, one pack come with strap. Then can put them outside the rest day. But where Arata boss way see the strap, he panic. Now they come out. He go to Bragot. Bra fall, he go to force. He say, oh, Bra, una don't read the wahala. Now in Bra fall say, what happen? Now he say the chief don't go bring bad strap. That's outside there. He say inside the house. Now in Bra fall say, what you get for do to you? Me not go inside house. Me they not know. Now you there inside there. Come on before me. Arata, come on there. I didn't go to Bragot. He say, Bragot, how you do? He say, no bad. He say, Bra, you hear what you know happen? Nice what you happen. He said the chief, bad trap. Now I don't put inside that house today. Now he go say, who's that you say and put under the grass? And the grass out of the business. What you wanna do inside there? Till I sleep there, wanna try there. He go to Bracao. Now the same thing Bracao same tell us. But clear before me, I don't mix by you nonsense. What this trap got for do with me cow? As he can have it. That very afternoon, now in Agbaduka inside the house for car hunting the Arata. What happen? What not happen? Now in the trap catch the snaky tail.
Well,
The chief he will go for go mention rest for go cook. The snake don't get caught inside the trap. Very frustrated. As the weft they pass the hand, now in the snake he can bet. He bet him again. The human holla. By the time the human don't die. Then kill the snake. When they kill the snake, now in the beginning, Allah, burying. The whole chiefdom can't get her. When they can't get her, the first thing they do, then they say, people that don't get her, una go catch the fall. Then the Arata say, why be they tell una? I say, trouble don't come at all. Una say, not all that business. I'm not telling them they can't get you. Then they catch the fall. Then kill them. When they kill the fall, then they say, before they go bear, let them pull Sarah. Then they go catch the goats. When I go catch the goat and bring a car, now I say, now kill her, kill you. So I be tell you. I said that trap that a bad thing on this community. When I say in other inside house, we all now we interdependent. We all depend on each other. We they coexist. One area they affect all the other area. When I see her now, Arata, nobody know they eat me. Nobody know wants me. They kill me. They throw me. Now you don't get us too. Then they kill the goats. When they kill the goats, 3 days later, then they say all the other villages that they come for can do ceremony for the chief UF. Then they go lose cow. Cow the fat. Nice. The fat. They tell one for the stop this problem when they put the trap. I can't ask una for sense. Una send a me the inside house. Then kill all the other domestic animals there for celebrate the chief he bury. But the Arata told them, say this is not a problem, but they say they're not the inside also to them business. And now that you talk at the beginning, I make this story economy aid, where all money come out, not to me business. We are interdependent. We they coexist. Everybody in action, they affect the other person directly or indirectly. So now the word that. So do you explain how we will solve them problem there? We get for do with them with
Before they go to
interdependency
the
and
solutions,
coexistence.
before they go to the solutions, I just want to take one or two things them now society way wrong.
Uh-huh.
I believe say we don't get several discussions where they always tell you say the problem of Sierra Leone is not political. It's sociological.
Yeah, you'd always say that. And tell people why you say so.
And the solution cannot be found in the politics. You know why? You cannot use a method that causes a problem to solve the problem. Say Albert Einstein. We political systems, it's common in Africa. They always appeal to the use of force for solve problems. Force not a solve problem. What they do is they delay the problem, but the problem is bigger than it is. And that particular way of doing things in Sierra Leone, now make political parties and don't destroy the country. And we turn. What does that mean? The previous political party who been in power, they use certain unnecessary force and gravitas for enrich themselves or do something whilst then they in power. So the other hand, they wait, say, oh, myself come, and the same thing they go do. And I'll tell you something, without fear or favor, that's one of the most idiotic things we are doing to ourselves. That self-sabotage 1000% if mathematics can allow me. You understand? Then what are the products of that in Sierra Leone? It's the whole of Sierra Leone. The wealthy class of people in Sierra Leone are not Sierra Leoneans. You know why? Foreigners, then they see through this, then take advantage of that. Then buy favors, then mix up, box up we, then get money, we sit on the pamphlet and costs. If you want me to say it directly, it's unfortunate. I don't care what level of education we get. 80 to 90% of Sierra Leoneans don't think properly. Thinking is not about you regurgitating a formula or speaking about Napoleon Bonaparte or what. It's about looking at your environment and say, this has to be, this should not be. Then you examine why you say so, the consequences, the cause-effect relationship. If I do this, now this will happen. So la not do am. But I'll tell you, it's like part of a culture. Even in the United Kingdom, in the United States, in Norway, all the Sierra Leoneans here, they do things that damage each other unconsciously.
Yeah.
A man, when he get job, he go there, they go do things so they spoil the image of Sierra Leoneans. That's what they think. I don't see other nationals then in this country where they. When I came here in 2003, we had an association. My main aim was that we unite and begin find way for invest, buy properties and things like that. After 1, 2, 3 meetings, people felt I was talking jive. One get the audacity for go cost me. And I say, okay, thank you. I have nothing to lose. I resign because I was made the Secretary General. I resign. I give them the union. It's
do
happening
not.
all over the world where Sierra Leoneans are.
It is.
And
You are so right.
we don't see that this is our problem. It's a
It's a serious
sociological
problem.
problem.
We not believe say we can solve anything amicably. We solve anything
Yes.
peaceably. We solve
The
anything
Sierra
through
Leoneans
dialogue.
can do. You know what's in the best time for Sierra Leonean? They say party day or dance day. All man dress tip top. Would I go buy junks? Would I go buy designer? Then buy perfume, then dress, then go then dance.
And
Sure.
waiting also, I not caught you because now you sit on at the hot seat. We also get this mentality where we believe say we not good. Now one person for all Casada live we all follow.
Yes.
You know, a society get for be multiplicity, multiple ideas. Una dey sit down, una talk about the ideas and they una pick the sense and pull it chap chap. Now we get a society where I write something where I they present hopefully maybe tomorrow. I say we live in times when people have huge qualifications but have no sense. No sense. What you mean Sierra Leonean? I get masters,
I may
I
not
get
tell you the
PhD, I get
reason.
this.
I may not tell you the reason for that in one of the programs. Now they were talk about the human being being the supercomputer. I don't tell you the reason.
Yeah, you did.
When you talk some of them, there are people and think saying a book it's not a book they talk.
Well, my brother, you get for
The
repeat that thing
education when
there
we get,
because
you know the difference between the education we get and the other educated people them?
tell me,
I
tell me.
learned to apply what I have learned. I not cram and pass my school. As a matter of fact, that was one reason why I found it difficult to do chemistry up to O level. Because I not get patience for cram things. I want to read something, understand in my own way, explain in my own way. You understand? Enough people, then just they take an idea, lift them, go pull them, it gets the mark, it go before. If you cannot apply what you have learned, then you are not educated.
No, you're not. You're not.
Those things, not a rocket science. Now, simple, quiet introspection. Sit down and think, why this thing they happen so? What thing are the cause? How it starts, when it starts. Then you don't begin the process of research. You don't begin the process of finding out. And when you find out, then you'll be able to apply what you have learned. But when some man go outside and tell and say no for question, we're picking question and slap her, come on now. What you make it ask that question? Or
Because
if you can take Quran or Bible, you begin to ask question. You now that God you want to talk against.
you dey
This
talk
is
about
where we are.
you dey talk about God. The one when are you party, when I go dey 20 years as party, you support him. The day where you get a view different from you na enemy straight away.
But
Because
for
we do
this
not
kind of people,
believe
I don't care about you. Go with your ego, build hotel na head, but me, I don't care.
we do not believe in the business of you know having differences. We see difference as a problem.
Because
If
we are not democratic.
we see, unless it's
Democracy is about accepting what is different in the next man.
exactly because as I dey talk now, even in England now, we are Sierra Leonean. We are Sierra Leoneans. Why can't we have a Sierra Leonean union of people?
And I go there.
We get academy,
When I get 50 clubs.
Prince of
Club.
Wales, Madingo Club, Harvard School Club, Both School Club, and
And
all
there
that
is
in
still
there,
Sierra Leone Union.
all that in there, is fine. But you cannot believe it. If it is school associations, they're not the work. So plumber. You guys on school and get two associations now because one group don't fall out with the other group. This is fact. I don't make them up. Schools then they will get 2 unions because they get one main union. Somebody talks there for make dance April. Other person say, hey, but April, you know, but people they go holiday. We're not going to try other dates. Make them talk and say, well, okay, you say April, let we vote. When you see them vote, then lost, then break away, then go from there. You know? So, this is what you talk say, where they put too much blame on politics rather than we look at we sociological.
The politician gets then the thief.
We don't have a community.
Wait for tell them, then the thief. Then the thief and lie.
No, then they thief and they lie. But they're able to thief and lie because we not get a community. Because quite a lot of things, the way they happen, it happen because we are not in a defined community. Like for instance, when we get a community, when they commune together, because the word community, communion, when they together, when they eat together, and I make there's an African adage, they say a united family, they eat together. So if una they eat together, una know all what una they do. But when una not together, if una get a criminal, una not defense quick. But when una they in a community, if somebody do something wrong, or somebody not a work within the rules, because every community gets defined rules, defined value system. Now that make when they go school, we read about social insects. For let we learn say, for let we are able to succeed as a group, we are going to work together, not against each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if insects they're able for organize themselves, they say this na
small that. Brain would then get.
Yes, this na roll that. They know for say the worker them plenty get for plenty pass the soldier man them. The soldier man them get for plenty pass the leader them. Who are the leader? Now the queen and the drone. Only 2. Then you get Boku soldier man. Then you get Boku laborer. Then they work in harmony. In Jalo, they get a system there. Bog, they get a system there. Oni, they get a system there. Then they work together successfully.
And the system will make China grow from a post-struggling country in 1960 to a challenging world power today. A country where they all been they wear uniform. Today, teachers in China ride some of the most expensive cars you can think of. And China is a communist state. Can you beat that?
You know, so then thing that what they talk so, we wonder with people them get an open mind. When we left them program there, una not say be lazy, say we don't watch the program. Una self go, una make research.
Research.
Think for prove we say
what
we
you
wrong
don't
or we
talk
right.
So. Go prove what Imboli say wrong.
Exactly.
Go prove what Imran say wrong. Maybe
let we get a
in trying
conversation.
to prove that, you go learn new things will go help you.
Exactly. Like we last program, you talk about bond. We talk about the tribe where they Shebra. We talked about how the name come to be from Shebora. That are the chief name. Now the same way the loco them. Songo loco. Now the chief. Which manos are be called Bande. So the chief name loco. So they say the loco. Yeah, the chief of the locos. The chief of the locals, like play, it's on the name, but they are Bande people. That is the same way.
When a bagger man and go call an Mbana.
Exactly. Now the same way, the Shebra there, then chief, that be Shebara. He named Shebara. And it's so funny, most of the side them we get water, the waterfront areas of Sierra Leone, the chief they own a Shebara. By Shebara. That is Mambolo.
Most of them come up from the same root.
Yes.
I don't tell you say well
Mambolo,
before
that by Shebara. Samu na by Shebora. Tonkoleli, then get it by Shebora. In fact, one of the chiefs them where they exiled with Baibure, now by Shebora Ngbana. You come back na
People of
bomb.
Tonkolili, chieftains in Tonkolili. Now people are migrants from other parts who pass through Gambia and Potloko. As a matter of fact, close to 90% of the ruling houses in Sierra Leone, the foreigners, they all been come with certain skills and education who the people accommodate for lead them. Go and prove me wrong.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, these are facts the way we try for let with people understand.
Coming
Because
back to the topic we'll get today. You see, why do people get unclear as not say, in this life, there are certain fundamental facts where we get for recognize before we're able to make progress.
Yeah.
Those facts are hidden in all the religious scriptures the world they read. Now make I tell you, say, the religion in Sierra Leone is not wrong. Now the interpretation is wrong.
Interpretation.
First and foremost, we were made to come to this earth to meet challenges, think about them, find solutions, and make progress. The Sierra Leonean does not have that in their mentality. But the Sierra Leonean, the minute he face small problem, now somebody else responsible.
Yeah. Get for blame, the blame culture.
Yes.
The blame culture. It has to blame somebody.
It's the things we need to put across. Let people begin think about that. There is nowhere on earth that you lie down and sleep and get manna to eat. There's
And we're
nowhere.
not reminded too.
You have to work and get food. If you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't think, you don't prosper. Wealth is not made out of money. Wealth is made out of wisdom. There are 10 ways to make wealth, and all of them involve the use of wisdom. How make plane? Now wisdom use where it turn money man. Now how make motorcar? Now wisdom use it turn money man. Now how make internet? That gives us comfort.
Everything.
It was a solution to a problem. They tell me you small, they go school. When you write letter to a family in America or England, it takes 3 months before you get a reply. Now look me at you, they talk.
You didn't know with me there.
Distance and time problem has been solved. Aliman. You know, we get close, you know, get sus, you know, get nothing. Especially Aliman who been they live Usa this one. Usa all 10 code. Then think about how did they survive? The power of the mind. But in Africa and in Sierra Leone, we always want things to be done or we blame. Minus the blame, what's in that they do for we? They deify people them. Now we create the syndrome for make some people feel say them better pass other people. Because that man don't go school, he don't go university, now in the on a family, all man for go see them, they make like they feed them.
Well, my brother, this
the man of himself not able to make progress. Then at the same time, the people the way they feed not they ever better. And we don't transfer now into politics. Everybody supporting a political party, they do them with the hope that when the party get power, then they go enjoy.
the wrong mentality.
Now we mentality now they
Wrong
transparent to
mentality.
them things then they. Now we they
Wrong
destroy we
mentality.
self. Now self-sabotage with deeper.
Mm, mm,
Self-sabotage. If a whole president they go team up, they intimidate the people, they win a fountain of honor and justice.
mm.
That's the highest level of self-sabotage. Because
Fountain
if the
of
people
honor,
you lead, the
justice.
people you lead, if you cannot get them to participate with you, then the country is going to go poor. You only get wealth in a country, you only get revenue when people are ready to produce goods and services. You only get wealth or revenue when consumption is at a level of equilibrium and at the same time it's sustainable. You only go get factory in a country when your consumption don't reach certain level. How do you know they go salon for go open motor car factory there? How do you know they go salon for go open television
Because
manufacturing or assembly factory?
almost people they go
Because the
buy
market
television.
not there.
The market not there.
Consumers
Almost
not
people they go
there.
buy. Now that's make way they
Yes.
build a country not to mortar and bricks like how some people they feel. The first engineering where you did now social engineering.
You,
Improve the
you've
people
just
and
said it.
quality of standard, quality of living.
Improve the way what the people and they think, let them understand, say, that man, even though they talk different language, but he's equally relevant like me. So I have to respect him for what he is. He respects
That's
me for what I am.
that's what they did in England. When Lord Beveridge come, they ask us, say, what you for do for him for make we country? We they don't. He say we get 5 things there. Ignorance. Now one of them. He say idleness. Now other one. And funnily, all 5 of the things that when Beveridge identified, we get them as Sierra Leone.
Then
Exactly.
they, then they, then
So
they,
what in the
then they
man
go
do?
cook.
He try for build a social environment in which they go reduce want. Is there one thing they will get? In fact, want now one of the things that we identify is the idleness, want, squalor, that is dirty. Who side dirty pass freedom? You know? So then ignorance. Then there's one of the last one. So any society, let us impose. It get want, it get need. And then in a part of a human right, a dignity, and in a democracy, you know, they take that away from them. Like I hear
Well,
somebody they talk
I
to
go
say,
want to be careful how they talk about their rights there.
uh-huh.
Tindu,
Mm-hmm.
and as much as it is a right,
Mm-hmm.
you have to work for it.
Of course. Of course. It not just they
To work for
happen.
it.
It not just they
If you
happen.
just sit down and say it's my right, you get it.
West Australia, and then feel say democracy is just the kind for them. No, people build it. People died for it. People fight for it.
Democracy is not a physical thing, it's a mental condition.
Exactly. Exactly. When
It's a
Salomon
way
failed
of
to say,
life, it's a way of thinking. If you don't make effort to think that way, it will never happen.
it will never happen because Salomon failed to say that the American ambassador get for can do and for we. Now Echo wants they can do and for we. You know? Now other people are, no, they can only support us. But at the end of the day, sovereignty belongs to us. Chapter 2 of we constitution. Now we get the honors in we. If we don't take it, you do nothing. Don't expect anything. My brother, we only got 15 minutes more for go. Before we go, I want for let we done par how we go identify the signs of a failed state. The
I don't
signs.
give the signs. I don't give the
You
signs of
know,
a failed
I want for
state.
we kind of like
We not need for belabor point in that. Let us
mhm,
don't belabor the problem.
mhm.
Nothing works in Sierra Leone. Nothing. Because we don't take the country, we turn her into clubs. No centralized participation, not there. If even there was going to be any centralized participation by the citizens, people are afraid for take part because they don't know what will be the reaction. When somebody team up and talk true, you go beat them for that. They're not afraid.
Like for instance, what we get on the floor right now, we get dialogue. Inside the dialogue, we get a communique of which we get articles then. One of the articles, they say the results they come out. Where all the results they don't come out. Who that they go
Imran,
give?
Imran.
They come, Abeg, with land.
I don't want us to discuss that bullshit.
I don't know. I am not discussing it.
Why
I
don't
just want to
waste
make
time on
point.
things that are not practical?
We they talk about
practical.
we they talk about mentality.
I don't want to discuss tripartite.
I
For
am
me,
not
it's
discussing
rubbish.
it, but let me learn. Give me that respect.
Land.
Where we get this tripartite where they done, we get all the other articles them where they under the FCC, where it done, they say for implemental. The very person where cause the problem, it's like where you was. You don't wash yourself clean, they go wear dirty clothes back. The very person where cause the problem. When I cause the damage. Now you do all the damage. It's not like where you come out, you take soap, you wash your body clean, you rub the toil, you scrub yourself nice. What you done, the same dirty clothes when you wear yesterday, you go, you wear them back. So what was the point for let you wash in the first place? So what I'm trying to make here, it is not about the tripartite. I'm talking about the mentality. You talk about linear thinking. People not think. How of all people, we not get an interim. The very person who cause the problem, when they don't go find the solution, now they can give back. They make I use the word say, when you don't want clean, you go wear dirty clothes back. You go wear dirty clothes back. Now that's what they try for make. Say we know
why I know they discuss tripartite? Before the tripartite was formed, take part in a program na TPP Leone. Mohamed Bangura bin Dede, that boy with the America, that Koroma fellow, what they call him Chef Iron. Then you been get to order one day. I made a very rational statement with them if you listen to. I say, number one, the tripartite itself is not complete because the problem is not between APC and SLPP.
Exactly.
It's between ECSL and the APC.
And
so if they want to
parties.
include the political, Allah just answer. If they want to include the political parties, all political parties should be on board.
So one party.
You see, next, the solution to anything the tripartite forget for do, it for be implemented by an interim coalition government. We're not for involve any of the key players now.
This is it.
Ahmed Banga say that not get for happen. I say fine. Now talking to me, I say you think I care? Oh, now they cut you not to. It's me then now they sleep and left me.
It's crazy.
You know the thing about Sierra Leone? You know the thing about Sierra Leone make certain things are not involved with it. You who tell them the truth, you are the enemy.
No, you what they think. Now you know the
so
enemy.
It's better you avoid talking it. Talk within the know.
I think you make a mistake there. You what they think. Now you know the enemy. You are the problem.
Say, you want to tell them the truth.
You know,
you cannot say the truth if you don't think. Morons don't talk about truth.
You come up play football. You don't sweat. You don't sweat. You don't wound. You don't bleed by that close day. Then you go wash clean. They can wear the same clothes back. Hey, bo. What is the point? What make you if you was? You don't have no more than was. If you just go make a pen for yourself, you go sleep there.
I want to get one thing clear today. If I they talk na them platform, I know they talk to me age group then. And they talk to the young generation. You know why? They don't know a lot of truths. And the young generation, not to idiots like we. When they know the truth, they will be able to make rational decisions.
Yeah,
You understand?
I get you. I read you clear.
The generation from 1960 to 1980, where Nademi and you belong, now we destroy Salon. We have to accept that fact and we get to make amends.
Yeah.
And we have to do everything possible, let that country not go to another war. Because if it does, the last hope of staying together as a people will be destroyed finally. Because the greatest damage, whether 10 or 11 years stupid war do to Sierra Leone, now the social fabric is destroyed.
Yeah.
Before the war, we used to have more camaraderie. It no matter how you come out, how you born, who that you be. But today, when they work and treat self, you're afraid for talk to someone.
Very
They not pack
polarized.
you slap. Because
Very
the
polarized.
country, all man don't turn Christmas. As somebody rightly say now, after the war, they not do no trauma healing.
Yeah. True.
That's
True.
what Sierra Leone Christmas did.
Because you don't get the society, any
You
they
see
meet up
them,
for
they
talk
just
about
find a
they
passport and
cause
Chris because they are traumatized. We are responsible for what is going wrong with us.
Yeah.
Not to God, not to Europe, not to politics. Now we, the people. And until we begin think and change then things then they. Until we begin think and stop talking crap, what they call education, Sierra Leone is going to get worse. It's going to get worse. I want to believe that.
It already was, because when you listen to the tone in which people and they speak, the misinformation, the disinformation, it's all going to waiting Graham Johnson say. He say the first thing where they die.
It's good.
Now the truth. They have killed all the truth. Now that's also propaganda. APC propaganda, SLPP propaganda, the citizens, they're all propaganda. Now Salon are the only
Some they
place.
talk what you not even know.
You not get a clue.
But they talk with confidence.
With confidence.
Because the other man talker.
I'll not tell you the other day and the other program. We'll be small. We always say, close your phalanges. We miss them at the mouth. Now, what I do biology? I carry and I say phalanges now your hand. And check today, some people are not get BSc. They still use the same words. Close your phalanges. When you see Salomon, Yeri word, they don't know the meaning. Anyone where they talk, the same words. You go here read them. What's the one of the word? Hey God, for suppose in narrow-minded, now only one word then they use. They say, then get the word of Papa God.
What's happy that what they become your English knowledge?
One of the other word back when fasting as sacrosanct. Sacrosanct. Anybody sacrosanct.
Of late, and they hear people and they talk, everybody they say, I thought it fit.
Yes.
What's English
When
dandy?
you see the Yeri word,
What's
all
English
man they
dandy?
can and I ain't go be to say them there that class because they all one for belong.
Pure tautology.
And I know they even use the meaning. It's a sacrosanct, sacrosanct. Then the other one, hey, myopic. In myopic. Anybody in myopic. And at the same way back will be they use the word close your phalanges. Oh, the primary school, tell go secondary school, close your phalanges. Now, until about 20 years ago, now they realized to say phalanges you capals and you metacapals.
When we come to some of the solutions, we don't talk about the problem.
Them don't
And
know.
we get, now we use another maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
We get over 1 million problem na Salon. We all come up from the same root. We beliefs and we perceptions. So if the more we talk about them, we just waste time. What do we do to change those beliefs? What do we do to change those perceptions? Some of the solutions, I will give some. Create an educational system where they teach people them for think out of the box and
Reason.
become aware. And what's educational system? I'm not thinking colonized. Because it's earlier now we talk about educational system in that school. Education does not take place in the school. I'm talking as a professional teacher. Education is the composite result of what is learned through time. And society, they contribute more than the school. The child they spend 8 hours in a school out of 24 hours. The rest they out in a society. If the society is not structured, the school will never be structured.
Like cross section of the school.
Cross section, a society makes school.
Exactly.
It's not a cross section, they are not separate bodies.
Mm-hmm.
The school reflects the way society thinks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How decolonize. With colonial mentality, being tells you school na separate institution, they go make you different person. So where you don't scream for wear coat and tie. That's the colonized mentality.
You come back to
The
what I
school
talked
is
earlier.
created by society to teach what society believes in without saying so. If society grab na morning and they cost mommy cost, then they cost na school mommy
Of
cost.
course. Of course. That's what I said earlier. You go wash take cover dirty clothes.
Yes. So we create an educational system where not only for the school, but for the whole society, we do outreach to communities. We're going to make people and get awareness, say, we each get to take responsibility if we want to forget we right. That's the first thing. Then that same program there for teach people and for research and inquire and ask questions. The same program there for teach people say respect the other man for what he be if you are they respect you.
Mm-hmm.
Small things then they go
The
get for
golden
include.
rule. The golden rule, yeah.
You understand? We have to stop talking in Sierra Leone and start thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Sierra Leoneans don't think. That's why the country is as it is. I'm sorry I have to say it this way. I don't mean for insult to nobody. But it's the truth. We don't think.
Mm-hmm.
People how they think past we they call them criminals. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I make us tell easy for ourselves. So our government then a criminal. They are a criminal. So we were the decent God fearing also they are lucky. Because we don't think. We are hypocrites to God because if you don't use the image and likeness of God in you and put it into action, then you're just being a hypocrite.
Forget it. True.
The
True.
next thing for do, we for build community initiatives. We go encourage people them for interact and grow for be dependent on each other.
Mutual, yeah.
We then plan for work together. Then
Cooperatives. Set up
this
cooperatives.
national youth service, the national youth service, it will be a compulsory institution. And everybody for spend a minimum of 1 year in that service. What do you do? If the person they come here, let go do a national youth service na Pujong. Beyond na Pujong, let go Kabbalah or Cambia.
That's a very
Interchange,
good initiative.
interchange them, let them begin to learn about the
The other culture.
differences
Yeah.
and the similarities and understanding there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the people in the community teach them how to work in cooperatives. Teach them how to manage their affairs in cooperatives.
Mm-hmm.
Solutions are there. But we don't think. I don't see them no more. against them here. And they get the solutions here because I'm concerned about Sierra Leone. When you're concerned about a challenge, you find solutions. If you are not concerned, then you don't find solutions.
You don't.
Then the only problem can hit you in the face, you say, God. God not responsible. God is the most passive but most potent force.
Most of
I
the
make you
things
say, I
them,
made you in my image and likeness. Use that image and likeness. If you don't, you suffer.
most of the things them will save the world, then come at a time where people them be dire, desperate to look for solution. Then somebody
Yes.
just come up with something like penicillin. When a mold, now from there come out. But somebody find out they use for them, beside it being something they throw it.
And will never manufacture something if there is no problem to solve. No, even that theory we then go teach, we say there will come a time when some people will be in heaven, some will be in hell. Now colonize preaching. Heaven and hell they now with we. When you know walk na hell you dey. When you walk, you prosper, na heaven you dey. The wet man they na heaven because then they think for work. We in Africa, we sit down they dance every day.
My brother, that thing where you talk about this youth exchange program, it's a fab. Because quite often, how bad leaders then they inject hatred, where they bring this division with the people them. Then they
So
use
see,
fear.
people are not understand each other.
Then they use fear. And
Yes,
you fearful of somebody where you don't know.
exactly.
So if you deal with them, you don't live with them. You see how they live. You get things the way you
Hey,
admire
you
about
will
them.
not afraid no Sierra Leone, I nothing do.
Exactly.
We grew
Exactly.
up in diverse environments in Sierra Leone. Cannot be they live there permanently. But every year, I must go Kenema for holiday, or I go Pujan for holiday, or I go Bo, or Bond, or Kabbalah. So I am used to Sierra Leone. I know Sierra Leone. I'm not afraid of Sierra Leoneans. I know they are my brothers and sisters. But
Even
you
in
when
the
them born you na Kailaun, or them born you Freetown, you not sabi 30 miles from Musa you born until maybe you done school, you load na motokaka na college, you meet people all man they talk different language. Now I make you polarize yourself na the college then. You know,
brother,
if you say safe with una go form club, una get Kailaun Students Association.
that's it.
Or the always safe with una form club, una say Western Area Students Association.
Even the one way now
Yes, this is
the,
a
the, the
sociological
Bondo
problem.
the Bondo society, we they call the leader now the north, we they call Andigba. Now the south then call Sowe. And now the same society, but as you rightly say, the culture are the same. But the delivery can get
The
variances.
tradition,
Yes,
the
the tradition.
tradition, the way we deliver, nine
Yes.
different.
They're
Just
indifferent.
like Islam and Christianity, now the same religions. You see me Quran? You see how I pray?
Mm-hmm.
You
I see
see,
'em.
you see this red book next to
Yeah.
them,
Yes.
between them two black books, not
Uh-huh.
Bible.
Like Bible. Yes. The same Mr. get the
I have
same.
the Torah. I read these books all the
I get
time.
both. I get both.
They
But
are
guess
the
what?
same book. Now the tradition, nine different.
Different. But guess what? What you talk about this exchange program? You know, say people are in the south, when they pull Bondo, Mama Pa and Sukus, when they pull them, when they graduate. Now they in south, then they rob OG, they get one particular clay, when not in the north.
Ede,
When I OG white clay, then they rob.
ede. Even they forget them.
Well, now the north and northwest, then prefer oil. Now oil and they put plenty.
Yes.
They call it
That
Shema.
clay way they talk to they forget them. I mean they use them for make paint. That white clay.
You see,
Pure white. It's soft.
the difference in ecology. Then, why the Digba them not going to do exchange program? When they go to move?
That's
You know, this
that's
is a very good initiative. They
Now
want
tell you
innovation.
something. Then there's we already say the woman and Akenema then sees the tongue, not so.
Yes.
We know the Bondo society now the not they do but next then they do.
Now then they do and they call her Rampete.
Thank you.
Come
Thank
and
you.
tell her Rampete. Now next thing they do them. They don't do understand them. And they don't do a provincial towns. Then they do a smaller towns.
Yes.
They don't do a Bo. They don't do a McKinney. But can have a provincial town. A provincial town. You cannot close down the whole town.
Imran.
You cannot.
Don't take too much time. All said and done, the educated class has failed Sierra Leone. We have failed because we fail for examine with cultural and traditional roots and try for modernize them, low way we use them conveniently.
Exactly.
Norway has a ministry of culture. Norway. They have a ministry of culture.
Very
and it's not a political office. It's
very
office
important.
for experts. Sociologists and other people then will know what thing for do for make them maintain the people then together. And because Norway respect people and culture, one, Norway gets 2 parliaments. They get parliaments now the north for a group of people then called Samis, they're Eskimos. And secondly, Norway they encourage every foreigner for teaching Peking in language and in culture. That's why my son born in Norway speaks Creole. If I want them for talk full or any other language, office there they go, are filling an application, and they find teacher or the teacher, I like not through telephone, and they pay the teacher.
This is what you call a system. And it works. They make clay work.
Yeah, it works.
But you talk one thing very important. You go apply. That means you know the seats that you bottom. You grab, you do something. Because if you don't ask, you don't get.
Now we everything that God for Makam. Because God idol for the BBC too.
My dear brother, thank you for the lesson. I learned a lot myself. And I know say me family back na host go learn a lot. But the mantra of
the solutions
are
beginning. The solutions were beginning. Now 1/3 of them are the gay. You know what you do? There are those clever people, they are all they talk to them, they take and go take money, then can eat them.
No, we're not doing for them. We're not doing for them. In life,
you don't do it when they are not going to implement it, Imran. It's waste of time.
If one person,
and I'm not here to come and show off my knowledge. If you want me to, they can. If they want to use this knowledge, let them contact me. I'll give them conditionalities as to how it should be implemented. You don't do it your way, do it my way. Otherwise, it's my intellectual property.
If one person learn out there, we have done a wonderful job. The family.
But the solutions, that one person they learn not get the resources for implement them. Now I will sit on a government, in the right project, go United Nations IMF, then get the money, it cannot do them. So you talking about
the brother, very shortly, all the NGO and they will close them in that country. That's part of the problems. Would they close them? Because they know they do them with the interests of the people in mind. Then they do them for a selfish
misuse.
Go take money, then can't eat them. No.
Give them the solution to misuse.
Stallone with problem, not they done. Now that one would identify so. Not they done. But you know that this redemption platform will get a principle. If somebody know the reason, it can never be reasonable. Now that's make we try for encourage the population for me to begin the reason. Make we emancipate ourselves from mental slavery, as Bob Marley say. Make we redeem ourselves from mental slavery. We're not going to shackles them anymore. But mentally, we are shackled. Mentally, we are troubled. We are all over the place. We don't know who we are. Some man they grab in the morning, they wonder say, if they boss Salomon and the only person they grab, the people that we manica them. You say now who's part to now come out now you manica. You know, Sabi. So shut up. You know, let us know who we are. What would they talk? Would they talk with? We're informed. They call us informed. Then they call say you're not ignorant. When I say you ignorant, I mean you're not informed. When you informed about something, it give you power, it give you strength, it give you wit, it give you a broader horizon. So family, these are the program where they teach you for reason, so you will be reasonable.
And we therefore ask we fumble them if they want we continue this program, because we put so much time and resources into them. If we therefore continue, we need for make una self-help. We are not go help we. Subscribe to the channel, like and share. When you do that, the program they take a position of relevance, will go begin get returns on the effort they make. Because everything we use is something that we take out of we own little resources for build, so that we can shape this knowledge with una. We encourage una for they can listen to the nonsense where they talk. That wanna make sense out of them. We encourage una for go research, not all thing I talk no more now for take hook, line, and sinker. Go research.
And
prove me wrong. I want people to prove me wrong.
And before we go, one thing the way I forget for tell you how we talk about Shebora. Shebora mean rope. And bulum. It mean rope. Shebora. It mean rope. Now bulum word. Rope. So then call you Shebora. Unkruba. That means to say rope of a warrior.
Now shall be Thai people.
So famulem na in that. Love you, bro. I really appreciate it.
So we go meet up again on Wednesday for our next midweek talk.
Thank you.
Say the Rasu to mind the same bow, and you need that up and Yamayo. Yamay, the Rasu, Yamay, bow, and you need that up and Yamayo. And you need that up and Yamayo. To mind the say the Rasu, to mind the same bow, and you need that up and Yamayo.